Everybody, welcome to Keeping It Real, episode 192. I'm your host, jackkadis, and today, I'm just happy to be here. I wanted to take today to kind of go back to our roots. I guess not all the way. Roots are tricky because there's so many of them, and the more that you grow, the more roots you grow. I feel like lately on this show, there's been a lot. A lot's been happening, and then a lot of times there's been not a lot. Like I'll use this show as an opportunity to go quiet and do work, or maybe I'll watch a YouTube video even. I think yesterday's episode we did that. Lots of random rapping in your ear, just all sorts of stuff really. And I would like to say hello. I'm your host, jackkadis, and this is Keeping It Real. Those, I want to say are two concrete things, but you never really even know. This has been such an incredible journey for me to go on, and lately I've been settling into this, what I do here on the internet. I've let it be defined as a hobby. To someone here, someone there, I've said this is what I do in my spare time. This is my hobby. And it is my hobby, and I quite enjoy it. I like it a lot. I like the word hobby too, especially because I think it takes the pressure off of things. I think that it allows me to think, well, hey, for a hobbyist, I'm pretty, I'd say I'm pretty good at my hobby, I guess. And it just kind of lets me be me. And it's just been a crazy ride, and it's only like just the beginning, I feel. Right now, I'm really just after 1,000 episodes. 1,000 episodes of Keeping It Real. Could you even imagine the day? I mean, I feel how much might have changed in 900, 800 days from now. I might be living in the best city on the planet. You never know. I could be in a committed relationship. I might, have an internship lined up. I could maybe be thinking about, I could be thinking about so many things. It's just so crazy that I have this thing that I get to take with me through all of that. Your eyes, you watching, you listening, you get to come along through the whole thing. I could take you through the whole thing, my whole life. And that's why I love this hobby. And it's beyond that. It can't really be just narrowed down or confined to like a small box. Like, imagine where this might take me. It's just deeper than that. It's beyond description. Plenty of people have hobbies. Plenty of people have obsessions. I think a lot of times these hobbies and obsessions help us deal with what is a scary world. And it's just, I just can't there's no describing. So, what can we possibly get into today? I'm tired. I'm exhausted. After this, I'm gonna eat some food. Realistically, I should have ate before I turned the camera on, but you know how things go. I just simply didn't get around. I just didn't think about that until here I am filming. I just pressed record. But I will certainly get a bite to eat after, maybe during. I'd like to not eat on Keeping It Real because, like I started this episode off on like this tone where I want to just kind of bring it back to episodes where I really wanted to amount to something, hit that stop record, finish the recording and think that was a really good episode. I laid it all out. I kept it real. But I've grown, a lot of things have happened since I made my first solo episode. I think it was around episode like 30 something, 30, 35 or 6. I think I was like, fuck this. I keeping it real needs to stay alive. And if that's at the cost of guest appearances, then so be it. I guess I bit off more than I could chew with the guests. It was too much. It was too scary. It was too, I don't know how to explain it to you. It was just too much all at once. And I stopped, but I didn't want to look back and say, then that's where I gave up on my podcast. I wanted to look back and think, and that's where I pivoted to prolong and nurture what I believe is going to someday be a really important part of, I don't know, my life. Like, I don't know how to describe it to you, but I think keeping it real is really going to take me somewhere. And I'm excited to go. So, let's talk about how I've grown. I no longer I pour my heart out. I definitely still do my best to pour my heart out, but it's in a different way. You no longer hear about girls that I like. You no longer hear about troubles with family. You no longer hear about friends and, I don't know, work. You don't hear about that anymore. And that's very much so on purpose. It's not like I made the decision I know I make decisions sometimes where it's like, okay, starting today, this is what I do, and then I stick to it. But it wasn't like I was like, okay, starting today, I'd no longer mention these things. It was more of a gradual learning curve, or I'd say progression, evolution maybe, where I think I've realized that I am what I say. And I say what I am. And through this show, you have the chance to come along with something, with me. It's for example, I've been watching Ryan Trahan, and he's been doing 50 States in 50 Days with his lovely wife, Haley. And they've been doing it as a fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Cancer. They inspired me. You might have seen for a while in my descriptions, I had a link to donate yourself. And I've been tuning in every day. They release it every day. It's 50 days long, and they're on, I think, pushing day 30. And I love it. It's fantastic, right? Where was I going with this? I mean, I could say, like, Ryan doesn't, I'm sure it's a production. I don't know. It's more of like, it's very vetted, it's very produced, and it's very professional. And I guess it's like, well, why can't I, achieve all the things that I want to achieve whilst still, I couldn't tell you. All I know is that I must change. And so, lately change has just been what's up and how's it going? And this is my internet show where I keep it real, and nothing is going to stop me from bringing you keeping it real. So what are ways that we could, encourage that, what's the word I'm looking for? Sentiment. I want that to be true, right? Nothing is going to stop this coming to you every day, right? So what can I do today to encourage that? Well, for some reason or another, I found that not telling you my deepest, darkest secrets could lead me to some, right now, I think ultimately, if viewership picked up and we started to see a lot of numbers, lots of comments, and a community form around this, I would feel this fire lit beneath me to go. And I have a fire currently, and I don't think it's going to go out anytime soon, but I'm definitely chasing a bigger flame. And so I must act like I have it. And these things that I say to you now and the way that I act now is almost like a production. I'm almost playing a character. I'm playing the version of myself that has that community, a version of myself that has created that space. And like I watch Ryan Trahan every day, I want to provide something for you to watch every day. And it's been a smashing success so far. Smashing. My mom watches this show every day, and that is, she's my viewer. My mom is literally the reason I think that my fire is the size that it is, because I know she's looking for this episode. I know it's in her ears. I know she can hear me. And that is without a doubt so incredibly motivating. I mean, and call me selfish, call me naive, or just call me curious. I have to know what it might feel like to have 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. I desperately want to know what it might feel like to turn this camera on, look it dead in the eye, and see all of you, feel a heartbeat. And, it's like that age-old question about what happens when there's 2 train tracks. A train's barreling down the tracks. You're in control of the lever to switch from track A to track B. And in track A, 1 person's tied down. In track B, 6 people are tied down. And I know that might be a jump. Sometimes I think I make analogies that make a lot of sense in my head, but people have a hard time understanding how one thing relates to another. It's like, how can there even be a difference? Why would there ever be a difference? What's the difference in flame beneath my seat between 1 person watching Keeping It Real every single day and 1 million people? What's the difference? And I guess that's at the core of it all. I don't know, and that's why I asked the question, and I just need to find out. I'm so curious. And I see this path, right? I see this path, and I believe that through doing this over and over and over again, through showing up, through saying, how's it going? This is episode blank of Keeping It Real. I'm your host, jackkadis. And then sandwiching that with, all right, this is the end of the episode. I'll see you tomorrow. I will pick up snow like a snowball rolling down a hill. And I really see it. I see people putting me in their ears. I see 2 people that, just like me, need human connection like water. Connecting over, oh, you watch jackkadis. I see this happening. And that is why I don't know how to explain. I don't know how else to say it. Hopefully you're getting the picture by now. So we'll go to the comments. We have right now in this stage of this channel, I have 3 of you that have been commenting pretty consistently, and I want to say I see you, and it is definitely part of my fire. It is 100% part of my fire. So we're gonna go. Oh, not Bank of America. I don't want you to know my bank details. We are gonna go to. Hold on, switch account. We are going to go, switch account. We're going to read through comments because, I just think that's the right thing to do here. I don't know how else to say it. So, Pete, he says that's what I'm saying. Love this guy, Pete. Heads up, Pete's coming on the show tomorrow. I can't wait. He'll stop by after work. I hope that I'll have been up for a while, but I may just be waking up. We'll see what happens. Can't wait to see you, Pete. I'm so stoked. So I'm going to write, can't wait to see you tomorrow. I wonder if he gets notified when I respond to his comments. Bro, what the F was that, a mini crash out? Yes, it for sure was. Weather looks nice. Now, this is one of the gentlemen, Leo the Chaste Mythmaster. I think I have this feeling that these people come from Griffin Hilliard, but I have no idea. You can never know. It does. And then we have Danny, I think. Danny, I believe is how you say your name. Danny Salinas. Danny, your comments and the way that you post them so consistently makes me so happy. And if you're watching this, hey, how's it going, man? I see you. And Yuvraj, it's good to see you back. It's good to see you writing words again. Your comments are there's a lot to go through. I have an interesting topic to share. What if all whole entire human anthropogenic activities came to a cease on the grand mass global scale for 10,000 years starting now? That's a very interesting question. I don't I don't know how to answer that, so I'm just not. Well, I mean, in a way, that is my answer. And then he comments this again. You the man, bro. I hope you do 2 of these in the near future. Thank you. Love you, my homie. Yo, I do 1 every single day. So I've actually done 192 of them. And you the man. So I'm going to write back, I love you. What's your work week schedule? What time do you get up and go to bed? It depends. How about you? What we do with our time now is going to determine the next 5 years into the future, unless we change ourselves, right? Answer, no. 99% of people. Answer, yes. I'm just going to say interesting to this. Yuvraj, you blow my mind, man. You blow my mind, and I love you. And we're all caught up on comments. I also have came to a conclusion on, I was thinking about unfollowing everyone. So obviously before I was doing this, I still had a presence on social media, and I had amassed, my friends and family as followers. But once I started doing this, it's gotten kind of weird, right? Because this is like a hobby of mine, and I don't mean to force my hobby in any of my family and friends' face, but I don't know. I just was like, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to use my Instagram account to do this. But anyway, lately I thought, hey, it's getting to that point, do I want to unfollow everyone that I've followed? And I kind of think the answer to that is no, I don't, because what does that do for me, if not cause chaos? And I think what I'm searching for here, right, is like, well, I think it'd be nice if people saw that the only 2 accounts that I'm following are my other 2 Instagram accounts. Now that as you see in the top left of your screen, top right of your screen, maybe. I don't know what part of your screen it is. It's probably top right. I think this camera inverts the image. Reverts, flips, I guess. Flips is the right word, over the y-axis. I've got nine social media accounts, and I'm proud of that. I've been talking about it forever, and you're only as good as your word, and here they are. I have 9 social media accounts, 3 YouTube accounts, 3 Instagram accounts, and 3 TikTok accounts. And that's crazy that exists, and I have that. So it's kind of like, hey, I want to show that to people. Like on Instagram, for example, where I have all my friends and family, and Instagram actually shows following, and I'm very familiar in Instagram with a weird way because, I grew up. Here, we can go, if you'd like, we can go look at my my Instagram before, because it's all still there. My Instagram before I started posting videos every day. If you scroll down enough, and you can find this now, if you go to my Instagram, oh, please don't show my password. You can go to my profile, and if we scroll down, what? Log in. Whoa, what is going on? Can I not log into my own Instagram account? Okay, so if you scroll down for long enough, you eventually see what my social media looked like before I was so invested in it as a hobby of mine. It used to, I mean, it reflects a lot of things in my life, and we can, and this kind of, it's funny because I just talked about, not getting too into personal, my personal, like keeping it real is keeping it real, which is confusing because, every day we kind of discover more about what keeping it real is together. And here I am, and this might be just the truth of the matter. This might be what keeping it real is. So here we go. This is the first post on my Instagram. It is my dog still alive, and it is a really cute puppy. And I love this puppy. I think it's awesome. And I don't know what else to say to you. It's the dope puppy. And I think what this reflects most is my hesitancy to show my own face on my own social media account. In 2016, I was 13 years old. And I think around this time, I had just gotten back from a family trip in London, my first time out of the country. And I had an Instagram account where I followed lots of people. And I remember, I have no example, right? I've got no older siblings, just these friends that I have made, or just people I'm trying to be friends with, people I think are really cool. It's this weird transition from middle school to high school. And I think it was an attempt to discover, right? I'm trying to figure out who I am. So I knew I wanted to post, and this is very me. You see this today with what I do in my current hobby. I think I compromised, right? It was this clash of what I wanted to be and what I was able to do, and they met in the middle as let's just make sure we click post. I just wanted to make sure that I posted something to my Instagram. And so I did. It ended up being a picture of my dog. I'm not sure if I thought that I thought that I was ugly. I'm not sure I thought even about my appearance too much, to be completely honest with you. But I've always, thought a little bit about a public appearance, or people's perception about you, like everyone does. It's a sociological thing where you are aware of how people perceive you. It's just kind of a human thing. And I've always taken this logical route where you can be sure that if you don't give, then no one has anything to go off of. And you can find solace in the fact that anything said about you, nice or not, can be dismissed simply because you have over and over again made the conscious choice not to show up, not to show yourself, and not to make any sort of wave, right? But this Instagram post was kind of a push against that. It was kind of like okay, I think that way, and that's something that I believe in and know. But I still, what's going to happen if I post a picture of my dog? It's kind of just like I throw it out there. What's going to happen? And what happened was, I guess 46 people liked the picture. My friends commented on it. My aunt commented on it. And I just think that that's awesome. It's crazy to see how Instagram does this in weeks. 406 weeks ago, is your dog Jewish? Is really funny. Is really funny. So next we have. That's actually hilarious. Next we have. I'm hoping to. Is your dog Jewish? Is actually so fucking funny. Okay, next up we've got me in London, and I remember going out with my brother with the intention of taking a picture of me to post, right? And I think I got home and I ended up making this the post instead of this. But I guess, I mean, when was this? April 1st, 2017, December 25th. So January, February, March, April. So 4 months later, I decided, okay, now it's time to put me up here. And it got 2 comments and 61 people liked it, which was more than 46. But it got less comments. And I'm not sure if I was paying attention to this sort of thing or not. But it's funny to see like what, a simple compromise or a simple action can lead to. Because I remember putting this picture of my dog out there. It was the safe bet. It's a dog. Who doesn't love a puppy? And 4 months later, it led to me saying, hey, this is me. Who doesn't love me? It's just me. It's just a picture of me. But you can see the way, look at the way I intentionally, it's hard to grow up in this age of technology and impressions, because you can see the way I have my, this pullover that I thought was so cool tucked behind my shirt like that, because it was like, I thought that was cool, I guess. And this big gate I thought was beautiful. It's just a cool picture. So next we have, we include a friend. Like it's this very step-by-step evolution. You see how this is happening? It's my dog, it's me, and now it's me and a friend. And it's my city behind me too. So it's each time we're taking a step up. It's like, oh, that was a spoiler. Each time we're taking a step up and we're looking towards, I guess, more. We're trying to see more. We're trying to, make more happen. And so here's more. I include a friend. And I don't know, is he tagged in this? I don't know if I figured out how to tag. But I thought, this is funny. The sunset was pretty, but what was this one? Underground. Look, we're ignoring the captions. So from here on out, we'll start paying attention to captions. The sunset was pretty, but he was prettier is what I wrote in the caption of this picture. And it is a picture, a very bad picture, mind you, very poorly lit. I think I probably like that because you can't actually see my face. And I have, this is like, this time in my life was absolute chaos. Because I have long white Nike socks. I have khaki pants, a white t-shirt. Uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable to wear this. And I wore it with the intention of or desire to fit into a certain, just fit in. I just wanted people to like me. I thought Isaac Lawn was so cool, and I still think he is. And I wanted so badly to just be like, I wanted to be liked, and I think I had it in my head that everyone didn't like me. I think that was like something that was like a little voice in the back of my head. And all of that culminated and resulted in the urge to post a picture on Instagram. And this is August 20th. So we go from December 25th, and then January, February, March, April 1st, April Fool's Day, 4 months, and then April, May, June, July, 5-ish months later, I come back again, and it gets more likes yet. So, and I thought this was very funny. The sunset was pretty, but he was prettier. Talking about my friend Isaac. Now we have this, and it gets less likes than this. Go from this to this to this to this. Less likes. I remember consciously realizing that there was less likes. And the caption is we dropped words in the caption, less expressive, a spade emoji, no comments, and it's just, we found this sign, and I had made a new friend. His name was Jake Shore, and I guess I can't see tagged. I don't know how this works, but I thought he was so cool. I thought he was tall. I still think he is. I should reach out to him, man. I thought that he was just like the dopest. I should definitely reach out to him. And I like that he would like to hang out with me too. Like, it was just so cool. We played basketball. He was way better than me. I mean, look at him. He's a fucking beast. What are we? 2017, I'm 14 years old. Look how tall this kid is at 14. Probably already 6 foot tall. And we walked around. I remember this night I wanted to post something to Instagram. It's September. So August, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So I got that itch, I guess. 1 month later, let's post to Instagram. And I did it a month later. Oh, that's a big one. This is a big one. And I just thought it was cool. I remember I was worried about, it's the same stress of having guests on Keeping It Real. It's the exact same. I can't even put it into words. It might not be rooted in anything. It might be something that honestly I should chase, because I was like, I posted this and I just had the weirdest like feelings about it. Like, I thought maybe Jake thought that I was like weird, or like maybe other people would think I was weird, but like I posted it and it was just such a crazy time to be a 14-year-old version of myself with this tool, with Instagram. It was just the craziest thing. And September, oh, wow. Okay. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So the longest time, and we got, bang, another, a week flies on the scene, and it's like, where does this come from? Case is the coolest. Like, he was just so cool. Like, I don't even know how to put this into words. Like, I feel like a lot of people had different school experiences, but there was a lot of people, and this still happens to me. I come across people just so goddamn cool. And we were in the 8th grade, must have been. I think it was the 8th grade of the last grade of middle school. And there was a big trip to Washington, D.C. And I decided I didn't want to go. I was like, as you grow up, you start to like just make decisions. I was just like, bro, I ain't going. I'm not going. And it turned out the Case was not going either. So we hung out while everyone else went. And we snuck into this place and we climbed this building. And here we were. And we were on top of it. And I was like, yo, we're on top of this shit. And we took this picture and I posted it. 93 likes. And this is like an inside joke. We stole a fish from PetSmart. There used to be on South Boulevard, there was a Moe's. The Moe's is probably still there, although I'm pretty certain it's been like rebranded. Maybe it's not still there anymore. Actually, I have a feeling it might not be there anymore. And a couple blocks down in this mini shopping center, there's a PetSmart next to this weird grocery store. And we had a water cup from Moe's. Maybe it had soda in it at one point, but it was empty. And when no one was looking, we scooped a fish out of a tank and walked out with it. Where were my parents? My parents were like, holy shit. They probably had enough of me. And I got a hate comment. So Anal Cake commented and called me, I don't want to say this. Can I say this? Faggot. Who is Anal Cake? I couldn't tell you. But Other people are commenting. Ben Wagner. I mean, it's just so much. This picture just shows so much. And here we are, in a place we're not supposed to be. Snuck into a construction site. This building is now finished. I can point it out to you if you're ever on the ring road around the Charlotte. That's the Duke Energy building. This is my city. And this was exhilarating. You're scared to get caught and everything. And then you put a picture and post it. It's just dope. It's dope. And it's like, look at these people. I honestly can't believe it. And then you go left again. So this is a big one. This starts a whole different part of my life, because here, I'm not sure. Were we smoking weed yet here? I don't think drugs took a hold of me, because all this stuff was so much. The drugs didn't take a hold of me, but it was just so nice to have a hobby finally. It was nice to have something to do. I don't know how else to put this into words. It was nice to have something to do where I didn't have to think so hard. It was nice to I smoke weed, and when you smoke weed, everything gets funny, and it's everything gets calm. And I don't know, March 2018, I was definitely smoking weed by this point, because I was born in 2003, so I'm 15 years old, totally getting high. I'm not sure if we smoked weed today. I don't think so. I don't remember really. Probably did. But also, we let Xavier out into a creek, and he definitely died because he was a beta fish. Going left, were they staying somewhere else? This is Wrightsville. No, this is not Wrightsville Beach. This is Case. I got to go on a trip with Case, and this is Ben Wagner, Ben Wagner and Isaac Lawn, and we took pictures, and I don't know where, Myrtle Beach, I think, or Hilton Head, or one of those beaches where it gets kind of crazy. And this trip was a lot because, we snuck alcohol on it. It was just so much going on. And you're trying to figure out who you are. And it's you think these people are so cool, but you're also I don't necessarily know if I want to drink or I want to get high. But it's I also have this thing in me where I want to be the person that's cool with everything. And and, here we are in some random condo that we just walked into, and it's yo, let's take pictures. And it's just a crazy time to exist. And there's just a lot going on. So moving on, here's me alone, because I think this was such a point for me where I just kind of ran away from it all. These guys, it just stressed me out. I don't know how else it just stressed me the hell out. So at a certain point, I just I don't know. I think this was a point where I stopped seeing these dudes so much, and I post a picture of me with just my dog in a kayak. And I took the dog in the kayak just for the picture. It's so stupid, right? Oh, it's not stupid. But it's more it's not stupid. It's just I can see by my face, this was just a really hard time. It was growing up is so difficult. Life is full of suffering, but as you get older, things get harder in one way and easier in a different way. And I think the whole social aspect of life, the anxiousness over like friends and everything. It like you start to get a hold of that as you get older, I think, or at least I have. And at this age, it was just so difficult. It was just so difficult. And I didn't know, it was just, there were so many variables. It's like I couldn't keep track of it all. And I felt like I was spiraling out of control. And the whole time, I'm just smoking weed from time to time. So that, and it's like, I'm thinking like, okay, well now I'm smoking weed from time to time, totally on my own, decision, it's at my own, like I'm doing this. Like there's like, it's honestly not even like my friends aren't even bringing this around me anymore. Like I'm the one smoking weed, and like that's starting to like be like, is that a problem? Like I'm smoking weed, How do I know if it's a problem? I'm so young. It gets me so high, so stoned. We'll continue. This one's crazy. Okay, 2019, 6 years ago now. Here I am dressed up nice, back again with a group of guys that I don't even know how to explain. These guys are just so cool. Like they're just so cool. And this one, look how many comments there is. There's so many comments. And I don't know how to even, and 188 likes, 126 likes. So this is a huge jump. 125 likes, 93 likes. Like we're going up, as I go high school, freshman in high school. I'm a sophomore here, maybe. I have no idea. I don't know. 2019, I would have had to have been a sophomore in high school. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying because here I am. I'm going to homecoming and I'm a part of this group, and it was all so much. And I was a horrible gentleman, and I probably embarrassed my parents. I left my date to ride in a certain car over a different car, because you just don't understand. You just gotta understand. At that age, I just there's just so much happening, and you're so worried about missing out and being with the wrong people that you just make these choices, and you're not even, you leave yourself. It's important for you to understand, I think, where you stand with the world. And in this rush to kind of build this character and to create an identity, I almost let it go entirely. Who does Jack want to be and what are Jack's values? Forget about them. I just want to make sure that Jack is with the cool people. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. But I did a lot of things that, looking back, I would have done differently, and that's just part of growing up. Well, I don't think I would have done anything differently, but I think that I would have, there's just certain things that, I don't know how to explain this. It's just, I don't know how to explain. It's just, this is a crazy picture. These guys are so fucking cool. David Blair, Grayson Woods, Tillman Gates. Each of them are so cool. Grayson went on and got a scholarship and played college soccer. That is so cool. David has had the same girlfriend since this time. She's right here, Caroline. And that is so cool. And Tillman Gates is one of the dopest motherfuckers I know. He's one of the most athletic. Bro, I caught up with him like a year ago. He ended up going to this dope college out near Virginia Military Institute called Washington and Lee. Very small community. Small communities are great in their own crazy way. And he was training for an Ironman. And that's what? How could you possibly how? That's crazy. What? I've always looked up to Tillman. I hit a jewel for the first time at Tillman's house. We slept over, and one of the funniest times ever. Tillman came and slept over with me at the beach, and remember we were both in our underwear, and I thought that was cool. And we were he flipped a butter knife and it stuck into a watermelon. Why we had a watermelon or where we're doing that. I don't know, but it was so funny. It was so funny. And it was like the funniest thing in the entire world. Oh, banger. But I don't know. I was scared to be like, you see, it's, these people, and these people. Like it's scary for me to stay with a group of people for a long time. And you can see this in my Instagram because I feel like I just don't want anyone to like not like me, And it's like, you think people like you, I guess, you think everything's going good, but it's just like, it's like I told you at the very beginning, if we go all the way back to this picture of this dog, if you don't give people anything to hate about you, then if they happen to hate something about you, you can write it off as, oh, that's, they don't actually hate. It's like guarding. It's like putting up this boundary, which I've grown to. I think I'd say I have many more boundaries now than I ever had back then. That's just part of getting older. And I don't like it. I wish I could let them all down, but I've grown to respect them and incorporate them and, acknowledge them, speak them, because it allows me to create routine and do things like keep it real. To be honest with you, without my boundaries, I'd be no one. So here we have, is this not the coolest picture you've ever seen? Like, is this not the coolest picture you've ever seen? Look at these people. On the left, you have Nathaniel, right? And he used to play soccer with me forever. And then, I remember when we used to play soccer, he was, the funniest kid. Almost to the point where he would make you mad sometimes. He was so funny. And we grew up and, we got into high school, and we end up in the same, what is this? I don't even know. Sadie's? It's just some dance. And we're going together, and look at my hair. And, we all got this pose. This is just something else. And Alexia, look at how pretty. And we're going together. I don't think she was my date. Maybe she was. I don't remember. I don't know who my date was. Maybe she was my date. I have no idea. I just know that I'm smoking a lot of weed at this point. It's 2020. I'm 17. I'm fucking high all the time. I was high in this picture. I got high after this picture. I'm high all the time because life's coming at me fast, grades dropping, college coming up. I see everyone else around me scrambling and they seem to be doing so well. And it's how do I do well? Well, I'll just smoke weed. It was just so fucking scary. And meanwhile, the numbers keep going up. 126 likes, 188 likes, 221 likes, and all these comments from these people. And I am freaking out. Because it's life is terrifying. So we go next. Okay, so this is a big gap. So February 16th, 2020. You can see how when you freak out like this, February 16th, June 8th. So January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, so that's 4 months. But I remember it felt because we go October, November, December. If it's 4 months, okay, July, August, September, October. So we're at 4 month intervals. But for some reason, this picture felt way different. I think this is COVID, right? Is this COVID? When did COVID-19 happen? January 2020. So this is June 2020. While it's all going on, my family went to the beach because we could, and I'm very lucky about that. I don't know. And I'm here with my bro. He's got dyed hair. He's just cool like that. And I just was like, dude, 225. I need to be on social media. Does this have I want to make sure I'm not missing any pictures. Yeah, okay. So we'd see if it had slides. And I got my MP physical education shirt on because I'm like, yo, I go to Myers Park. That's like an in group. And then I have my little brother with his hand on my shoulder because we thought that was so funny. And I put mother and son as the caption. And so then, you have this, it's born, this thing is born where I'm like, I'm going to put this on Instagram. I want to show people how I'm doing in the pandemic. I want to throw up a shaka. I got the banana in the frame, hoping to look fit, hoping to look good. But in reality, if you look at me, I just look like I've been smoking a lot of weed. In my eyes, that's what I see. But, whatever. Going forward, this is crazy. This is so crazy. 257, June 18th. So June 8th, 2020, June 18th. So this is just 10 days after. We come back home and it's like, this is a crazy picture because people are throwing house parties and I'm 17 years old, about to turn 18. Or am I about to turn 17? I think I'm about to turn 17. And I don't know how to even explain this. Tillman has a girlfriend. I thought that was so cool. Avery Harrell, one of the coolest girls I've ever come to know. Grayson Woods. And look at this picture. I got everyone. Look at this. I want to have everyone in this picture because it's like almost like I'm hunting for these likes. I want this number to go up almost. And it's like I know through trial and error that the more groups of people you put into an Instagram photo, the more people like it. I know this. Wait. Sorry, we just skipped ahead. And there's slides. Look at this. Tillman Gates, Avery Harrell, Sophie Gunn, Kate Anderson, whom I just saw in Raleigh, crazy. Grayson Woods, Lila Barenberg, whom I brought to this party, Lyle Deschamps, Caroline Bolaware, or did I? I don't want to say that and be wrong, but I think I did. And look at this. Look at this. Wait. I at two people that aren't even in the thing. So it's like I'm really grabbing. I've got all of this. All this is coming, I got all of these people, yet I'm atting these two people. And what? And look at my teeth in my face. You can see that I'm stoned. Not stoned, but I just feel like it's all I'm starting to crash. I'm starting to boil my blood. Bad sleep, bad health, not eating, it's just all coming to this point. I feel you can just see it, the decline. I think this is one of the last times that I look, and I feel it's easy to look healthy when you're young because the young body can take so much. But as you go, it's just something's got to give. And we just kept on pushing. Dopest fucking trio ever. Robert McCoy and Tucker Aaron. Now, this is my car, right? So I'm let me flex my car on the gram, and I want to add these two people. And this got less likes because I don't know why. Less people? I have no idea. And it's Tucker and Robert and me and my car, and we're at Beach Bagels, and I think we just took a bunch of acid. So that was a crazy day. Crazy day. And I added them and I said, ask Tuck and Rob, what's up, man? The Holy FJ, Star of David, the Goon Platoon. Oh, Sam Wofford, look at that. Damn, I didn't know we went back that far. Who could have the meticulous eye to take these pictures? Carter McCoy, Reed Joseph, Bagel, Devin LeBlanc, coolest guy. From the beach? You know this dude. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow. Papa John's. Where was I going to see Ian Joseph? I don't remember where I used to see him. Oh, did he work at the car wash maybe at some point? I don't remember. And then how long? January 23rd, 2020, June. So this is a big gap. After this, I'm like, screw it. After this, I'm just getting high all the time because it goes, how does it go? July, August, September, October, November, December. So that's a big gap in a while. 6 months and I post this. And so it's pretty cool for it to get that many likes. I mean, I don't know why I'm caring so much about the likes, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, you pay attention to that. And I don't think I remember it. I wasn't really paying that much attention, but it's just kind of how it goes. And then this is, look at me. Look at me. My teeth are white, sure. And I'm wearing cool stuff, sure. But it's like, maybe I do look healthy. I have no idea. I feel like I am coming back, like with this running and everything. And like, I think I'm like clawing back at like being really skinny, because I like that better. I think I'd rather be more skinny than I would be like, I don't know, Potassium King, Dripped Out, Maximidio, Laura Woolen. Like, look at all these people. It's just crazy talk. Devin LeBlanc, the hat kind of cold. Just the coolest. And it's crazy. It's just crazy that this exists. Bang! Giant American flag. July 4th. July 1st, oh shit, 3 days later. I'm spamming it low key. 283. We're hitting record numbers here. Look at this. These people I don't even know. Lacey and Gordon Corey. Like, what is going on? Look at me up there. That's pretty good. That is pretty good if you ask me. It ain't bad, I'll tell you that much. I love Rightful and I love the boys. I was totally in love with this girl who took this picture. Her name was Veda. Oh, man. This has been a crazy. 346? What is happening in my life? 346? Why is there that many people liking a picture that I posted? Why are the numbers so high? Who's liking this? Oh, the fucking boys here. My best friend Brinkley. These are some dogs. This guy, Carter Berg, had one of the craziest like transformations I've ever seen. Like, you look at him in this picture, and then you look at him like, I can go to his account. He's jacked. Wait till you see this. Look at him. Can you believe it? Like, I wonder if he takes like anything, because he is yoked. Like, I don't even know how to like look at him. Looks fantastic. Proud of you, Carter. Oh yeah, I gotta scroll down again to find out where I was. So yeah, I don't think you want to live in the past. I don't want to do this. You know, I don't want to be doing this, but I do want to be, like, look at me. I look malnourished. It's kind of scary, this dip right here. Like, look at my stomach is in. Now, I don't know if I look malnourished or it's just hard. It's just hard to. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Now look at this. I just don't even understand this. Like, how does this exist? I just don't get it. All right, that's going to be the end of episode... I don't know what episode it is. Episode 192, Keeping It Real. I don't think this was necessarily good, but it definitely was better than... I don't know. Let's not rate it. All right, see you tomorrow. Peace.